And welcome back to Buffalo, where the Panthers in a defensive struggle, leading the Buffalo Bills 7-3, getting set for the start of the third quarter. This is a big weekend because it's Alumni Weekend and the Wall of Fame. A lot of the great people that wore the uniforms of the Buffalo Bills, including Andre Reed, the brilliant wide receiver, Jim Kelly, who lives here, the quarterback, and Thurman Thomas. This team went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years.
They are one impressive group down there.
Enjoy the second half.
Loved watching those Bills teams back in the day now.
They were really good, and they didn't win the Super Bowl, but to get there 4 years in a row is special. Let's talk about our game here, which has been a defensive game. Carolina scoring just before the end of the half. What do you foresee in the second half?
Well, you know, Coach Ron Rivera talked a lot about controlling the time of possession, so expect Carolina to get away a little bit from the passing game. Rely on D'Angelo Williams a little bit more. I think Buffalo is going to stick to what they do. This no huddle, try to get EJ Manuel some easy throws, some easy completions, and see if CJ Spiller can get some more explosive gains for this offense.
And we want to remind you to follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. Marcus Easley is back, and Graham Gano will kick off as we start the second half of this 7-3 game. And the question is, will we see a contrast to the kind of game we saw in the first half? And the Bills will take it out at the 20 for a report on what the coaches had to say. Here's Chris Button.
Hey, Ron, you're exactly right. Both coaches say they're going to stick to their game plan. As for Ron Rivera, despite they have not been able to connect on the long ball, they're still going to take some shots. The Bills, meanwhile, they just need to keep moving the ball once they get past midfield. One other note, Panthers linebacker Josh Thomas out for the rest of the game with a concussion, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. And Doug Marrone's Bills will start from the 20-yard line. And going to the air, and this pass is caught by Summers. And Frank Summers out of bounds by Beasley as we look at the first half statistics.
Take a look at these statistics. Only 34 rushing yards for Carolina. I think they're going to find some more balance there. Buffalo has been pretty even. The one turnover, Carolina going in for a score, definitely hurt that team in the first half.
CJ Spiller, nothing doing, thanks to Luke Kuechly. Loss of 3.
It's the last play, the first play of the second half. Watch Captain Munderland here. Cheap shot on Stevie Johnson. I don't know if that was called for or not, but trying to set the tone, I guess.
Manuel pass caught by Woods, first down and put down, trying to get some extra yardage, but Robert Woods, the second-round pick from USC, getting 14 near midfield. Woods has caught 3 passes thus far. Well, that was a cheap shot if there ever was one, but the officials weren't there to see it.
That was Robert Woods lined up on Josh Thomas's replacement, Josh Norman. Now, Josh Norman had a great preseason, pushed into Ashton today because of the concussion.
Play action, first down, plenty of time, and catch is made again by Woods, spinning away, and Woods getting inside the 25. And so Doug Marrone opening it up, and 28 yards, 2 big passes here.
The ISO coverage here, Robert Woods on Josh Norman, nowhere near on this dig route. Safety Godfrey comes down on a bad angle, missed the tackle. Another big yardage play for EJ Manuel and his fellow rookie, Robert Woods.
Manuel now 13 of 18 for 160. Bills threatening, and the swing pass is to CJ Spiller. And Spiller is knocked out of bounds at the 21 by Josh Norman after picking up a couple.
EJ Manuel seems to have a wonderful understanding of where his running back is when the plays aren't developing down the field. We see those stats there for Robert Woods. But I've noticed all day today, when he doesn't see what he wants down the field, he is very quick to get the ball out to his check down, which has usually been the running back.
Second down and 7, and here is Manuel taking off and running for the first time in the game and gets inside the 20. Very impressed were we with EJ Manuel in meeting him for the first time yesterday.
Really, really impressive. The kid has something about him, just a calmness about him that you don't usually see out of rookie players, especially a quarterback.
Charles Johnson is shaken up, and he is a huge part of this Carolina defense. We'll be back.
Navigation switches.
Check.
Bags fly free.
Check.
Free TV.
Check.
Legendary low fares.
Check.
Watching the big game from 30,000 feet.
Check.
Not changing the core of who we are for the past 42 years.
Check.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
A man. A man and his truck. And his son, who would rather play computer games than go camping. And a mountain. And a valley. And a river. And a forest. And the stars. And a new convert. The all-new Chevy Silverado, from one generation to the next. Strong for all the roads ahead.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. By Chevrolet. Check out the all-new Chevy Silverado at the Silverado vs. All event. By Miller Lite. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV.
Back here, Charles Johnson, who has led Carolina in sacks each of the last 4 years. On the sidelines, replaced by Frank Alexander. 3rd down and 4. And Stevie Johnson has the first down outside the 10-yard line, picking up 7.
Looks like Josh Norman down on the field, injured. Carolina without their starting quarterback, Josh Thomas, already.
So now Thomas was out, now Norman, and I tell you what, a few of the Panthers were over there to see how he was. And so we're going to take a break here as Josh Norman, the replacement, shaken up.
Introducing the Cadillac XTS with the newly available 410 horsepower twin turbo.
Hello? You watching this, dude? The Jets are rolling. What are you talking about? We don't get the Jets out here. I do. I ditched cable, got DirecTV NFL Sunday ticket. Get every game, every Sunday, no matter where you live. Yeah! Wow. Nice. Yeah, it is pretty nice.
Become the world's most powerful fan. Get NFL Sunday ticket at no extra charge. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Why don't they make it safer?
Risk of death turns people on.
Who's that?
It's Nicky Lauda. He's a genius in the car.
James can be a loose cannon, but there is no better driver.
I was prepared to die to beat you. There's nobility in that.
Rush, rated R. In select theaters September 20th. Everywhere September 27th.
You have the right to get excited for the best new sitcom of the upcoming TV season.
It's a good feeling, yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine premieres this Tuesday after Dad's on Fox.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Just being helped up now is Josh Norman after suffering the injury. And we talked about how the Bills secondary was depleted when we started. Now the Panthers are.
Yeah, you see Josh Norman is the recipient of some friendly fire. You see Thomas coming in there trying to make this tackle. Catches his teammate instead. He's walking off the field, so hopefully it's not that bad. They have some issues now if he's unable to go. DJ Moore played in Chicago the past couple of years, is coming into the game. But if they have to go to a sub package, bring in an extra corner, they don't have anybody. Perhaps, Dick, they bring in one of these safeties. Quentin Michael, Colin Jones is also active today. That could be an issue. We'll have to pay attention to that going forward.
Meanwhile, Charles Johnson is back in the game, and so that's an uplifting development for the Panthers. It'll be a first down on the 11-yard line. And C.J. Spiller trapped. And EJ Manuel trying to put on a block there, and down he goes. Will lose 8 yards. Kuechly will get to him. So a good defensive play by Carolina. And an 8-yard loss.
It's an example of one of the things that frustrates a lot of Bills about C.J. Spiller, trying to do too much when just taking nothing would have been a better option.
All right, here's Manuel trying to go the slant route to Woods, and a flag is down. DJ Moore, who has been playing the nickel and now forced to start with Thomas and Norman out of there. So the penalty flag thrown at the 15.
Pass interference, number 10, offense. That penalty's declined.
But it'll go
Third
against
down.
the offensive player, Robert Woods.
DJ Moore came from that Chicago defense. He's seen a lot of slants. That secondary there made a lot of plays on the ball. He's looking at EJ Manuel the whole time, read the slant, jumped it. All Robert Woods could do was interfere with him, so it wasn't an interception the other way.
Find the penalty, it'll be third down, and the pass is thrown underneath to TJ Graham. Flag is down again, and another penalty marker goes down as Graham is stopped at the 12-yard line. 2 penalty flags thrown.
I think they all saw the same thing there, Dick. That's likely going to be a face mask against Carolina and produce a first down for the Buffalo Bills.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask.
That's it.
Defense, back to get you to the goal. First down.
Half the distance and a first down for the Bills.
You see him dump this ball. See EJ dump this ball off to TJ Graham. Beeson, who was beat on the quick move. Little careless, grabs a face mask. Automatic first down. Actually, bad call. He didn't grab his face mask. He just had the inside of his shoulder pads, maybe his ear hole on his helmet.
So it'll be first and goal at the 6 for the Bills. And here is Spiller driving toward the goal line and pushed back by Carolina. John Beeson, by the way, with micro-fractured knee surgery last October, and they're being cautious with him. It's the first time we mentioned his name in this game. 4-yard gain for Spiller there. And that was the first penalty of the game against the Panthers, and it proved to be costly. Here's EJ Manuel's fade pattern, and the pass is incomplete. And it was Charles Godfrey battling Stevie Johnson for the ball at the corner of the end zone.
How about this matchup? You get Stevie Johnson. On Godfrey here. Little rub route, receiver underneath, trying to create some room for Stevie Johnson in the back of the end zone. And Godfrey does a good job fighting through that, making a good play on the ball.
And Godfrey is injured now. He is sitting down in the end zone. And he points to his right foot or right toe. It'll be third down and goal coming up for the Bills from the 2, and we'll take another break.
I'm kind of seeing some kind of...
This is an alien species.
Reality check. A lot of 4G LTE coverage maps don't really look like much at all.
I see the Aleutian Islands.
Looks like a duck.
Looks like America-ish.
That's a map. That's a map of the United States.
Check the map. Verizon's 4G LTE is the most reliable and in more places than any other 4G network. Trade in your old device and trade up to America's most reliable network.
I've got the good one. I got Verizon.
That's powerful. Verizon.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Are you making dinner the play of the week?
Ready?
Now your game time decision is easy with the Big Dinner Box, only from Pizza Hut, America's #1 choice. There's no better way to feed your hungry team. With Pizza Hut's Big Dinner Box, you get 2 medium pizzas, 5 breadsticks, and your choice of wings, stuffed pizza rollers, or pasta for just $19.99. It's the ultimate game day feast, and it's only from Pizza Hut. We all have a choice. Make it great.
Andy Reid returns to Philly as the Chiefs take on Vic and the Eagles.
Let's go!
Chiefs, Eagles, Thursday Night Football, live on NFL Network.
Today's game is sponsored by Verizon. Never be without football. Get NFL Mobile. Call Star NFL to download it now.
Well, there's Godfrey, who's on the cart leaving, and there's Josh Norman on the left, who was shaken up before.
You see head trainer Ryan Vermillion and assistant Mark Szymanski got their work cut out for him. You see Godfrey make a play on this ball, comes down, and you watch, he doesn't notice the injury until he starts to walk, and something's not right. He sits down. I'm not sure what it is. I can't speculate, but it's definitely in the lower leg.
You know, some of the fans here have been yelling for you to come out of the press box, come out of the booth, because both of these teams could use your services, Mr. B.
I'm not in shape to do this, but Carolina, with Josh Norman on the sideline injured, Godfrey going to the locker room now on the cart. They really have an issue in the secondary right now.
And don't forget Josh Thomas earlier in the game. DJ Moore is taken over at cornerback, teamed with Captain Munnerlyn. So it's Mike Mitchell and Quentin Michael, the 2 safeties right now. 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 2. Bills trying to get a touchdown and regain the lead. Here's EJ Manuel. Manuel with a fade to Chandler. And incomplete. Tough pass to make from the 2-yard line like that. And defense by Captain Munnerlyn. So we want to remind you here, as 4th down comes up, never be without football. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile. Call Star NFL to download it now. So Carpenter is on. Will attempt a 20-yard field goal. Kicked a 55-yarder earlier. So the Bills could not get the touchdown, and the field goal is good. And now the Bills have climbed to within 1. Early here in the 3rd, it's a 1-point Panther lead.
When we built the Cadillac ATS from the ground up to be the world's best sports sedan, people noticed. The Cadillac ATS, 2013 North American Car of the Year. Lease this Cadillac ATS for around $299 per month with premium care maintenance included.
Moment, it's your time.
How could Nick and Jess's kiss
lead to something like this.
I will cut you 3 little piggies up.
I need all the cash you have. A Nick's passport.
Find out on the season premiere that takes you over the edge.
I'm livid right now.
And across the border.
Mexico, the most trouble-free place in the world.
New Girl premieres this Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
There's the scoring drive for the Bills with the field goal by Carpenter, but they had first and goal at the 6. And a couple of defensive backs for the Panthers went down. We'll get a report momentarily from Chris Button. Ted Ginn is back, and Carpenter will kick off. 7-6 the score. Still early here in this third quarter. And not running it out is Armin Smith, who was at the 2-yard line. And a good thing for him, he didn't get a foot or the ball outside the goal line. Otherwise, it would have been a safety very close to that. And so the Panthers will start from the 20.
I think that's the right call, but it's important to notice here that if the ball comes out of the end zone, it is deemed to be in play.
His foot may have been on the line.
His foot is on the line, but the ball doesn't come out of the end zone. So they correctly call this a touchback.
Yeah, the crowd is yelling because they saw those that did see it, the foot touched the line. But the ball has to be over the goal line. Close call for Armin Smith. The entire ball must come out. So it'll be a first down for the Panthers at the 20. Newton 14 of 25. D'Angelo Williams picking up a couple, and Manny Lawson makes the tackle. And for the injury reports, let's go down to Chris.
Hey, some updates on this Panthers secondary. Charles Godfrey is out for the game with an ankle injury. As for Josh Norman, he's still on the sidelines. He's questionable with a thigh, but you can tell by the look on his face he's in a lot of pain, guys. All
right, thank you very much, Chris. So game started with the Bills having problems with the secondary. Now the Panthers depleted. Second down and 8. 3 wide receivers for Cam Newton. And Newton's pass is caught by Smith, but short of the first down by a couple of yards. And a flag is down. And the conference, there was a safety that was similar to what we almost saw in the Tennessee game.
Interference, number 21, defense. Ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. First down.
So McKelvin commits a defensive penalty on Steve Smith, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, last week against Tennessee-Pittsburgh, the opening kick, Darius Renault did that same thing. Came out, went back in, was a safety. One of 3 safeties last week in the NFL.
Very unusual.
Yeah, very, very
But
unusual.
the ball did come out.
Yes.
That was the difference. First down at the 31 now for Newton. Pump fake. And Cam Newton's pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for Steve Smith. And that'll bring up second down. A little more than 5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Dick Stockton, along with Rondé Barber and Chris Button here at Orchard Park. The Panthers leading the Bills 7-6.
You know what, Dick? Mario Williams had 3 sacks in that first half. He's starting to get a little bit of double teams over here down on the right offensive side of the ball.
And on the read option, D'Angelo Williams picks up just a couple of yards up the middle. 3 to be exact.
You see Carolina have changed their tune a little bit here. They were huddling up every play before in the first half. Now, adapting that at the line of scrimmage mentality, calling the plays straight from the sideline.
Third down and 7. Pressure on Cam Newton, and Newton is going to be down back at the 21, and it's Mario Williams. So despite the attention the Panthers are giving him, Mario Williams has his 4th sack of the game.
There he is again, Dick. Mario Williams was a terror in the first half. You see him down here. One-on-one, though, on the tackle. Dips underneath him, rips. Wrestles big Cam Newton down to the ground for his 4th sack of the day.
And that ties a team record. So it's 4th down. And Brad Norton will be punting. And Robert Woods is back deep. So they got the speedy receiver Woods, who calls for the fair catch at the 23. And so the Bills, down by 1, will take over. Well, next week on Fox NFL Sunday, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers head to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The Rams travel to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Or these Panthers return home to host Eli Manning and the Giants, or other regional action. It all starts with the Fox NFL Kickoff Show at 11 a.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1, followed by Fox NFL Sunday at noon Eastern on Fox. And a penalty flag apparently was thrown. Here's Walt Coleman talking to the umpire.
Holding number 38 of the defense prior to the kick. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And a big break for the Carolina Panthers. They get a first down, and let's get that offense back on the field. So Ron Rivera's Panthers get the first down, and a tough penalty for Doug Marrone's Bills right here when seemingly they had the ball.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at this penalty. I'm not certain how this is a first down for Carolina. Before the kick, front right of your screen here, he kind of lays on, jumps on him. A lot of very smart penalty there.
Well, he knocked his helmet off in the process. So it'll be first down. By the way, Mario Williams, 3.5 sacks, had to share that last one. So it's a first down. And here's D'Angelo Williams with a big hole up the middle and tripped up. Otherwise, he might have been off all the way. Aaron Williams tripped him up, but not before a 21-yard pickup, the biggest of the game for Williams.
Coming right at you at the replay here. D'Angelo Williams, kind of the scissors play. My brother made that play famous in New York. Running through a gap, exploding through the seam. One tackle. Aaron Williams, and that was a home run touchdown for Carolina.
So Tiki doesn't have to text you that he made that famous. You beat him to it. First down with nearly 8 minutes to go in the third, and the pass thrown out to Brandon LaFell, and he is knocked out of bounds. And Nickel Roby, the undrafted corner from USC who played so well last week, smallest player on the team at 5'7".
Watch this block out here by Steve Smith. Not involved in the catch. Just a little screen to LaFell's. Look at him get active. Distract Leotis McKelvin enough. Allows Brandon LaFell's to get that close to first down yardage there.
Needs one here. Second down and 1 at the 41 of the Bills. And in the backfield, they hand it off to Mike Tolbert. And Tolbert's second effort should be enough for the first down, and it is inside the 40-yard line.
Interesting there. They motion LaFell back into the backfield, giving Cam Newton another option. You talk about the read option. That's only when there's one back in the backfield. You throw another guy in there, and that's your old school triple option. You can fake the handoff or give the handoff, or quarterback can boot out and have a guy to pitch to on the other side of the formation as well.
I'll tell you, Cam Newton playing with a lot more confidence now after his early troubles.
Yeah, they speeded up the tempo of their offense at the end of the half, and it's translated into the second half now.
First down and plenty of time, and going deep into the end zone, and the pass caught by Ginn for the touchdown.
Ted Ginn running by Justin Rogers for the touchdown. He's been by him about 3 times today. They finally connect.
And this is something that the Panthers had told us they wanted to go vertical, and they did big time for the 40-yard touchdown pass.
Well, this guy, Ted Ginn, has rare speed. You see the out and the up. Rogers with his eyes in the backfield doesn't see Ted Ginn go by him. Cam Newton with that strong arm makes a direct throw. Touchdown for Carolina.
And it's now 13-6, 40-yard touchdown reception. And Graham Gano with the extra point. And for the Buffalo Bills, now trailing by a score of 14-6, but that holding penalty on the punt changed things around dramatically, and Carolina made it pay off.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink!
What's with the pig?
Wait. No way! Look at pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke.
King, I'm that guy from that thing. Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Oh no, here we go again. Oh dear. I need a little help here. I'm sorry, I don't have a USB port. Oh snap. You have a real keyboard too? This isn't going to end well for me, is it? Nope, definitely not ending well. Do you still think I'm pretty?
Ready.
Things could get crazy.
World War Z. Own it unrated on Blu-ray Combo Pack this Tuesday.
So Ted Ginn with the 40-yard catch, the longest play of the season for the Panthers in here in the second game. And Frank Summers on the right.
Yeah, here's a shot of it. You see Ted Ginn at the top of your screen here, one-on-one with Rodgers. They're in a 3-deep zone. You see McKelvin down here with Steve Smith. Safety cheats to the middle, and Ted Ginn goes right by him. Two of our burning questions at the beginning of the game were which team was going to get vertical, and we thought Ted Ginn would show up in special teams, but we're seeing him here on offense have a huge day. 20.7 yards per catch now after that touchdown.
80 plays, 80 yards, and the defensive holding by Summers on the punt. So instead of the Bills getting the ball down 7-6, an 80-yard drive with the big play. Under 7 minutes to go, easily we'll see it sail out of the end zone. Well, tonight on Fox Sports Live, join Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole as they recap all of today's action from the gridiron and the rest of the sports world. Don't miss Fox Sports Live tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. And if you haven't seen this duo, watch them. They give you all you need to know, and they're entertainment to boot, and they're really funny. Well, back is Josh Norman, one of the injured Panthers who's back in at cornerback. First down from the 20 for Manuel, and he gets it out to Scott Chandler, the tight end, and Chandler picks up about 7.
You know, Buffalo had that drive coming out at halftime, looking to match or take away the momentum that Carolina had going into the half, all the way down to the red zone and not being able to score.
Second down and 3. Spiller, first down. Spiller getting it out to the 34-yard line.
I was just going to say it's important for Buffalo right now to match that score. See if they can get this momentum back in their favor before this gets out of hand.
Spiller has gained 49 yards on 13 carries, just under 4 yards a clip. And they're going to go his way again. Missed tackle in the backfield and finally ridden out of bounds. And time for a game break. Let's check in with Joel Klatt.
All right, thank you, Dick. We go to Philadelphia, where Deshaun Jackson is having a day. 7 catches, 158 yards, and this touchdown. 61-yard strike from Michael Vick, and that ball game is tied at 20.
So Michael Vick in action, trying to get the Eagles to 2-0. Here's Stevie Johnson with a completion and gets 9 yards.
Nice sure-handed catch there by Stevie Johnson. Catches it and spins out. Gets about 8 yards on second down, 9 yards on second down. Creates a third, very manageable 3rd and 1 here for the Buffalo Bills. See Josh Norman there.
Stevie Johnson with 3 catches for 38 yards. Here's Spiller. And Spiller, or that was Fred Jackson, who got the call and got the extra yard for the first down. Needed one, got 2 yards. Fred Jackson has gained 26 yards. Spiller 48 for the rushing story for the Bills.
2 tough yards there. They needed that first down to keep this drive moving.
Jackson stays in the game. Manuel gets time. It's tipped and it's caught. Running down the field is Stevie Johnson. Johnson with Norman there and will go out of bounds as Mitchell and Norman were there, and Johnson steps out of bounds in a 45-yard play, and now the Bills are in business.
See an explosion of big plays here. You see Stevie Johnson right there matched up on a linebacker. It looks like Beeson goes right underneath him, runs away from the rest of the Panthers secondary until he gets pushed out of bounds down here at the 15-yard line.
Goal for Manuel. And Manuel, flag is down as Manuel goes out of bounds at the 9. .421 remaining in the third. Panthers don't look like they're using a nickel back against 3 wides.
Holding, number 41 of defense. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
And that'll be an automatic 1st and goal now for the Bills.
You mentioned that it didn't. Now DJ Moore checks into the game. You know, Carolina, some losses in the secondary, probably trying to stay base defense some to stop some of that running game. But when you got 3 wide receivers out there, it behooves them to get another DB on the field.
So they're going to place the ball at the 4. Bills have only had 2 field goals today, looking for their first touchdown. 1st and goal at the 4, and here's Jackson, and Jackson is in for the touchdown.
That touchdown certainly excited this Buffalo Bills crowd.
Now they're going to go for 2 with the score 14-12.
EJ Manuel hands off on the dive, gets behind his pads, tumbles over Edwards and Kuechly into the end zone for a touchdown.
What about going for 2 when you have so much time remaining? You got the 4th quarter and you got 4 minutes here. It's not like this is going to be the last score you're going to have today.
You know, I think some coaches look at the sheet. I don't think Doug Marrone is. I think he's got a feeling they could tie this game up, get it right back on track with a 2-point conversion here.
So here it comes, trying to tie the score. Manuel's pass, and it's caught by Woods for the conversion. And we're all tied at 14. So this is the best the Bills offense has looked all day. And it came after an unfortunate penalty and a long touchdown pass by Carolina to Ginn. And EJ Manuel brings him down to tie it up and getting that 2-point conversion right here.
They leave the end free. EJ Manuel right through him, and good throw, but a great catch by the rookie Robert Woods here, diving, twisting, making sure ball doesn't hit the ground. Unbelievable 2-point conversion there.
You get a feeling that Mr. Woods is going to figure big time in the future of this club offensively?
I have a feeling that, yes, this EJ Manuel, Robert Woods connection is going to be a big one for these Buffalo Bills. Added Stevie Johnson and Chandler, TJ Graham. They have so many options on this side of the ball, but that one is really good, going to be exciting.
EJ Manuel, who threw 2 touchdown passes last week, and a similar scoring drive to what we just saw from the Panthers. 8 plays, 80 yards, and we're tied at 14. And the first touchdown of the game for Buffalo. Smith and Ted Ginn Jr. are back for the kickoff, and it's going to be Ginn running it out. And hit hard and slammed down before he reaches the 10 by Marcus Easley.
What a hit there, Dick. It's one way to stop a fast return, man. Yeah. Get him before he gets going. You see him up here at the top of the screen, sprinting down. Runs through a block, then runs through the returner. Excellent tackle on special teams.
So the Bills tied it up on Jackson's 4-yard run, the 2-point conversion, and great coverage by Easley. And now the Panthers start from the 10. This crowd on his feet going wild here. Cam Newton, how does he respond? He connects on his first pass to Ginn, and it's close to a first down, and it is for the Panthers. Steve Smith making the catch and beating McKelvin.
This has been the matchup all day, the featured matchup. You have the best player in the Bills secondary right now. It's Leotis McKelvin, and arguably one of the best receivers in the league in the past 10 years in Steve Smith.
Both teams opening it up here in the second half.
Matchup up top right now.
And a first down. Here's D'Angelo Williams. And Williams will get a yard. Arthur Moats hitting him as he crossed the line. And under 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Steve Smith, Greg Olsen each with 5 catches today. Olsen 1 for the touchdown. The big play, Ted Ginn, a 40-yard touchdown pass from Newton.
All this energy in this stadium. Mike Patton needs his defense to rise up. See if they can get a stop here on this Carolina while they're deep down here in Bills territory.
Second down and 9. The ball at the 21. Brandon LaFell close to the line. Play action. Pressure is on, and here is LaFell. And LaFell hit by Aaron Williams. This is an aggressive Buffalo defense we're seeing here. They are ignited here in Buffalo, and it'll be third down and long coming up for the Panthers.
The long developing screen there, and the Buffalo Bills front 7 sniffed it out the whole way. LaFell juggled that ball, caught it, turned around, and had absolutely nowhere to go with this thing. See Cam Newton with the fake to D'Angelo. LaFell's off the block, catches, nowhere for him to go. 4 or 5 Bills there to make that tackle.
Third and 12. 6 defensive backs in there for Buffalo. Can't find a target, and this pass is thrown into the Buffalo sideline, and a flag goes down. And now tempers flare. There is one Panther player right in the midst of the Buffalo sideline. There was obviously a late hit here, which caused the flag. And Steve Smith right in the middle of that pack.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 23, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
Careless penalty against the Buffalo Bills. One before cost of possession and it resulted in a Carolina touchdown. Now this.
Dick, huge penalty by Carolina, or by Buffalo here. Clearly out of bounds. Play is over. They're getting off on third down. Just not a smart play by the Bills there, and by Aaron Williams of the Bills.
No
there.
question about it, Baronde. And now they're giving the Panthers, again, new life. That's the 7th penalty for 55 yards against Buffalo. And that was a big problem last week, as we saw earlier on our graphic. So a first down at the 33. A new life for Carolina. And they overthrow. Armani Edwards does Newton, bringing up 2nd and 10. The penalty story, which plagued
last week they had 10 penalties, 75 yards. Flagged a couple more. We said they didn't take it. Today, 7 penalties for 55 yards. A couple of them kept drives alive. The last scoring drive for Carolina was on a penalty on special teams, giving Carolina another opportunity with that penalty there.
And Rodney, not so much the number of penalties, but the time of the penalties and the costing them, as you said, key possessions. And the pass almost intercepted. Armani Edwards, the intended receiver, and Nikel Roby nearly picked it off, and he would have gone in easily.
I was talking earlier, you see Roby here in the slot, talking earlier about how Cam's holding on to the ball, making a late throw. Roby, who unbelievably went undrafted after having a great career at USC, just misses out on an interception that would have been a touchdown for the Buffalo Bills.
Surrounding now 3rd and 10 once again coming up. Newton going on top to Ginn. Incomplete. And 4th down coming up. No flags here. And it was Justin Rogers on the coverage with Ted Ginn. The ball was overthrown, so 4th down, and the Panthers will punt.
I tell you, if Cam, he's overthrown Ted Ginn about 3 times, which is hard to do because Ted Ginn could outrun just about anybody on this football field, but he's been by Rogers a number of times, just haven't been able to connect today, except for the 1 touchdown.
Nortman kicking to McKelvin. Fair catch at the 16. Well, next Sunday on Fox, if you think you know Mike Tyson, think again. As Being Mike Tyson takes you inside the life of one of the most controversial, enigmatic, and successful sports icons of our time. Being Mike Tyson premieres next Sunday on Fox. Check your local listings.
Tight game in Buffalo, tight. High temperatures rising high. You see the late hit there by Williams.
And a handoff to C.J. Spiller, and Spiller getting close to 9 yards on 1st down. Mike Mitchell making the tackle.
But there's after this hit by Williams, Carolina's lucky to get out of this. You see Steve Smith run right in there, causes a scrum. Need to be more careful with their emotions at this point in the game.
2nd down and 1. The ball knocked away from EJ Manuel. Scramble for the loose ball. And Carolina, Davis indicating the Panthers have it. It would be huge if they do. It was Quentin Michael who forced it. And the Panthers have recovered. Big turnover by Buffalo. And the Carolina Panthers have it inside the 20 of the Bills.
You see Quentin Michael coming on the right side of your screen. Underneath the block, causes the fumble. About 4 or 5 different guys have an opportunity to fall on this. Carolina eventually does. Huge turnover for the Buffalo Bills here, setting up the Carolina Panthers and just outside the red zone.
Dwan Edwards recovered it, the former Buffalo Bill. And so the fumble here and the turnover, and that's the first mistake that EJ Manuel has made. Did not make any last week. No sacks, no turnovers. Michael being worked on the sideline, and it'll be a 1st down on the 16 of the Bills. And here is Cam Newton. Check it. It was a direct snap to D'Angelo Williams. And Williams.
Wildcat formation there, Dick. When you put an imposter at quarterback, somebody's not wearing the number. That's the Wildcat. We haven't seen much of that over the past couple of years. Carolina has done it in the past. Mike Shula digging into his bag of tricks for this Carolina offense now.
Easy for you to call D'Angelo Williams an imposter now that you're no longer playing against him.
I don't have to play against him. I don't have to answer to him at all again. That's right. See Mike Shula there, first year as offensive coordinator for these Carolina Panthers. He's been the quarterback coach. He's been around. He was my offensive coordinator in Tampa years ago. He has a bag full of tricks.
2nd down and 8, and it's going to be D'Angelo Williams again, and Williams getting close to 1st down yardage outside the 5, and that should be the end of the 3rd quarter. So D'Angelo Williams taking the last couple of snaps, and that will be the end of a wild 3rd quarter here in Buffalo. Our score is tied at 14. Fox NFL Sunday will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
We're at war with the CIA. It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Bones season premiere tomorrow on Fox.
Lunch at that one restaurant we all like? I'm sorry, who are you? I'm your coworker. Come on, guys, I'm driving. You guys comfortable? It's best in class for your legroom.
Do you work for Volkswagen?
What? No, I work for the company that we all work for. The place we just left. You know, J.D. Power ranked Passat the most appealing midsize car 2 years in a row? I bet Dan here wishes somebody found him most appealing 2 years in a row.
It's wrong.
Ron, exactly.
You wanted to see me, Coach?
Yeah, good news. Our top 5 quarterbacks are out waiting for package deliveries, so you're our number 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they just use FedEx Delivery Manager? They could have requested a different delivery time or held their packages at a FedEx office.
Bad news. You just talk yourself out of being quarterback. Bad news.
FedEx Delivery Manager. Sign up at fedex.com/delivery.
We make the first night in football every week on NFL Network, which means we make the first. Oh, yeah. The first. And the first. We make Andy Reid's first trip back as the Chiefs head to Philly. Let's go! Will Michael Vick and the high-flying Eagles ruin his homecoming? Chiefs, Eagles, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on NFL Network. Together, we make football.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Start of the fourth quarter, and Carolina threatens. The Bills have been in a tough situation the last 3 times, twice because of penalties, giving Carolina the ball again, and then the turnover as the Panthers, as we start the fourth, have a 3rd and 1. Looking to get the first down or touchdown and take the lead.
Saw a lot of that bunch formation last week in their game. Creating a 2-by-2 with the motion.
Here's Cam Newton. And Newton trying to get the first down yardage. Let's see if the second effort works, and it does. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 5.
A lot of that motion, a lot of those stacks, just smoke and mirrors for this big quarterback, Cam Newton, to run a power. You see the pulling guard behind the fullback, lowers his pads, uses those 250 pounds, and pushes for a first down.
And Quentin Michael getting carted off. This has been a war of attrition for the secondaries of both teams. Meanwhile, 1st and goal at the 4. And here's Cam Newton, and he's going to be hit, throws it away, and completes it to Brandon LaFell just as he was going down. So he got something, and he was determined to pass that ball, and he got it to the 9-yard line. Pressured by Kiko Alonso, but a loss of 5.
See Kiko Alonso running through. He's got the back and coverage, but when he blocks, he comes in. Cam Newton able to avoid dangerous pass to LaFell. Not many guys get away with making that throw. Cam Newton's such a great athlete. His escapability is amazing. Able to make that completion even though it's a lost yardage play.
2nd down and goal, now back at the 9. And a whistle.
First team timeout.
And a timeout called by the Panthers. It's the first timeout for either team in the second half. Another tight one for those Panthers.
It's been said you have to cross an ocean to find a vehicle with safety, quality, and reliability. The bar may have been set over there, but when it comes to raising it, we'll take it from here. The award-winning Chrysler lineup. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on Chrysler vehicles.
Answering your phone between 5 and 7 on a weeknight? Not so smart. Buying your own kid a drum set? Not so smart. Getting a complete meal on the table under $10? Now that's smart. The new KFC $9.99 6-piece deal. 6 pieces of chicken, 3 biscuits, and 1 large side, just $9.99. Bringing home a meal the whole family loves for under $10? Very smart. Today tastes so good.
Dudes, get in here. Just got DirecTV, NFL Sunday Ticket.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I switched from cable. Now I get every single game every Sunday.
Whoa, every game?
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect Sundays from here on in, boys. You guys have enough room? There we go. That's better.
Become the world's most powerful fan. Get NFL Sunday Ticket at no extra charge. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Chrysler, imported from Detroit. By KFC, the official sponsor of Couchgating. KFC plus football equals Couchgating. And by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Second and goal at the 9 after the Panthers call their first timeout. 14-14 the score. Steve Smith lining up to the right. LaFell to the left. D'Angelo Williams, maybe a yard, and Kyle Williams runs right into him. It'll be third and goal.
This Buffalo Bills team is ready for that read option look from Cam Newton. Very rarely has he pulled it and run on that play. Generally, he's tending to hand this thing off to D'Angelo, and they are not falling for the fake anymore. The Wildcat gave him some problems. I'm sure they hadn't prepared for that since last year.
Williams 58 yards and an average of 4 yards per carry. Third down and goal. And here's Newton. And this pass for Steve Smith knocked away by Leotis McKelvin. And that'll bring up fourth down, and Kyle Williams once again bringing the pressure on Cam Newton.
The back and forth between Leotis McKelvin, Steve Smith continues. You see the quick out Leotis. There's his foot in the ground, makes a great break and a great play on that out pass from Cam Newton to Steve Smith.
And Graham Gano on to try to give the Panthers the lead. This will be a 27-yard attempt with Nortman, the punter, holding. And the Panthers have taken the 17-14 lead on the 27-yard field goal. So the question is, can Ron Rivera and the Panthers survive? We've got a lot of time left, however, in this fourth.
Switch on the summer mindset with Bud Light Lime. It's the great taste of Bud Light with a refreshing twist of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. Switch on summer.
No, closer.
2007 call. It wants its camera phone back.
How's this for a drama shot?
Why aren't we getting closer?
With the Nokia Lumia 1020, we got the best seats in the house.
Meet the Nokia Lumia 1020. With 41 megapixels and reinvented zoom, nothing else comes close.
The legacy that exists from my great-great-great-grandfather, I kind of want to be part of that. We've been growing delicious apples for generations, and that's the kind of quality that McDonald's expects.
Every inch, every minute, every second, we chip away at advancing safety with technology, like seeing every curve, even when you don't, being a second set of eyes, or having stopping power when you need it most. It's not intuition, it's intelligence. This is the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It is the best of what we're made of. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2014 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $359 a month.
Panthers took advantage of that fumble, and they got 3 out of it to take the lead 17-14. They were up 14-6 in the third quarter, but then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. There's Dwan Edwards, who recovered the fumble. Quentin Michael, who has been carted off with an ankle injury, questionable as far as his return. There is Marcus Easley back deep for the kickoff with almost an entire quarter remaining. And the Bills will get it out at the 20.
Good job by Mike Pettine's defense there. Tough situation, getting a sudden change by that turnover, holding tight and only giving up a field goal to Carolina, Dick.
So there's EJ Manuel, who has thrown for 240 yards. As a matter of fact, the Bills have outgained the Panthers total yards by a solid margin, rushing yards and in passing yardage as well. Pass out to Chandler, and right there is Mike Mitchell, the former Raider, who makes the tackle and a gain of only 1.
It's going to be big for Mike Mitchell to step up his game now with 2 safeties out for the Carolina Panthers. They're holding their breath, hoping not for another injury in that secondary.
Going to say Colin Jones is in there as the 5th defensive back, and the pass is intercepted, and it is by Luke Kuechly with the pick. So Kuechly with the interception, giving the Panthers the ball in Buffalo territory. A big break there, and EJ Manuel with 2 turnovers in the last 2 series.
See Luke Kuechly there in middle linebacker. Talked about before the game, can this young quarterback keep avoiding mistakes? Stares down TJ Graham. Easy interception for Luke Kuechly. Read him the entire way. Panthers got another turnover going in to score against these Buffalo Bills.
And you know, Rondé, it's going to put huge pressure on this Buffalo defense now with the team trailing by 3. That is the 3rd career interception by Luke Kuechly, who is establishing himself as one of the better middle linebackers in the league by far.
I don't know if there's certainly not a better tackler in the NFL than him.
The previous play will be reviewed.
So no challenge, but they're going to review that last play.
Yeah, you'll see Luke Kuechly come in here, get his hands on the ball. Ball comes to his chest, trying to see if it goes to the ground.
Question is control after he made the interception when he hit the ground. We'll be back.
You make a great team. It's been that way since the day you met. But your erectile dysfunction, it could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
Hey, dude, check this out. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Man, you can really rock out. Is your neck okay?
Now, for a limited time at T-Mobile, get the Samsung Galaxy S4 for $99.99 down at activation.
Today's game is sponsored by the Samsung Galaxy S4. The next big thing is here.
They review all turnovers, and so Luke Kuechly, question is, did he have control on the interception? Let's take another look here. The call was an interception.
A lot of the Buffalo Bills fans here don't think that it is, but if you ask me, Dick, the ball is loose as it's coming down to the ground, but he gets his arm underneath it. It doesn't look like it contacted the turf.
Really on the field stands.
And of course, you needed undisputable visual evidence to reverse it. And Kuechly, who has 12 tackles plus the interception now, and the Panthers will have a first down at the 26 of Buffalo.
Yeah, it looked to me, Dick, that he got his arm under it. The ball's definitely loose when it hits him in the chest. But as he goes to the ground, he's able to get his arm under it, keeps the ball, the tip of the ball from hitting the ground, and he falls on top of it for an interception. But again, tough break for the Bills, but it was a bad decision by EJ Manuel.
So first down at the 26 with a 3-point lead, and D'Angelo Williams is tripped up by Kyle Williams and picks up only a yard here with still a lot of time to go, only 3 minutes elapsed. Big day for Luke Kuechly as the Panthers getting Manuel to turn it over twice in a row.
You know what, Dick, we talked in the open about how Carolina over the years has lost a lot of games in this manner. One way that they can close out games is to score on these opportunities. They haven't done it in the past. They missed out on an opportunity on the previous drive. Let's see if they can get in the end zone and get this game under their control.
So make it a close game, not a close game. And here is Cam Newton's pass into the end zone. One hand on LaFell, and that's all he could do as Justin Rogers was defending. Going for the downs was Cam Newton. And now for a game break, let's check in again with Kurt Menefee.
Well, the Falcons had a 21-0 lead over the Rams, closed down to 24-17 until Jason Sneller took it 11 yards for the score. Atlanta back up comfortably late in the fourth quarter, 31-17. Dick and Rondé.
Well, Atlanta trying to get to 1-1, and the Rams, if they lose, will be 1-1. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 9. Back at the 25.
This seems to be their favorite formation on 3rd down. Saw it a lot when we played against them back in the day. Create some mismatches.
Here is Cam Newton, and Newton is hit, gets away. And Cam Newton on the run completes the pass to Greg Olsen. Talk about escapability. We have seen it on 2 occasions from Cam Newton. Mario Williams very nearly got him. Instead, a 13-yard pass to Olsen.
Mario Williams going by Byron Bell. But Cam Newton, he's so big, he's so athletic, always able to keep plays going if you don't get him wrapped up. Kyle Williams misses him. Greg Olsen becomes uncovered, easy throwing completion for the 1st down.
And 1st down at the 12. Here's D'Angelo Williams. And Williams is tripped up by Kiko Alonso, gets a yard.
The Bills defense has been very sound on this read option. I'm telling you, Dick, they're going to have Cam pull this ball and run it. They are not respecting the fake. They're crashing down on the running back. Cam needs to get out of this, or needs to take the ball out of his gut one time and get out to the edge so they can respect his running ability.
He has gained 11 yards, Rondé, on 3 tries. Let's see if they have that in their back pocket. 2nd down and 9. Here is Williams. And D'Angelo Williams getting to the 7. Met by Arthur Moats, picking up 4.
If I'm Carolina, I'm not trying to settle for 3 points here. It's one of the things I'll continue to harp on. They've lost a lot of games by not being able to convert touchdowns in situations like this. You got a 3rd and 4 here. But I need Carolina to get in the end zone, see if they can avoid some of those late game collapses that they've had over the years under Ron Rivera.
6 of 13 on 3rd down conversions today. And Cam Newton can't find a receiver right now. And he is out of bounds at about the 8. Mario Williams, what a brilliant day he has played, with 3.5 sacks for the Bills today. And so the field goal team will come on. And we still have a load of time as we wind down to 9 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. And now Gano will try to add to the Panther lead.
Twice that the Carolina Panthers would have an opportunity to score a touchdown here down in their red zone, and twice the Bills defense has stepped up, forced a field goal attempt.
25-yard attempt to try to give Carolina a 6-point lead. And Gano's kick is good. 8:41 on the clock. And the score now, Panthers leading the Bills 20-14.
Progress isn't about where you've been. It's about where you're going. The new Ram 1500. Best in class 25 mpg. North American Truck of the Year. The truck of Texas. Better residual value than Ford and Chevy. It's the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts, glory, Ram.
Haz que fluya este ritmo suave. Que no pare.
The Miller Lite Punch Top can. Let it flow. S. Miller time.
Run, go, go! Did he just fall? fumble. I formation. We have got to get the 3 technique block. I'm not angry. I'm not yelling. Nobody's tackling anybody. We got absolutely.
I don't think this is such a good idea.
I'm on it.
We can't secure the quarterback center exchange.
You're doing a great job, Coach.
Well, they're coming along better than I anticipated. Very pleased.
Who told you to take a break?
Want to win your own football fantasy? Just tell us. Then use your Visa card for a chance to win it.
It's been a 250-year journey since I first encountered the Horseman. My name is Ichabod Crane. Now I have awoken in a place that I don't understand, with a young lieutenant guiding my way.
This is crazy.
You were called to something, Abby. We both were. Together, we will defend mankind from the forces of darkness. And Sleepy Hollow will be our battleground.
Sleepy Hollow premieres tomorrow after Bones on Fox.
And welcome back to Buffalo, and we've been talking about this all day. Worst records since 2011 in games decided by 7 or fewer. Carolina 2-13. Buffalo not much better at 5-10. And this has been a problem for the Panthers, but it's there for them now if they hold on. They're up by 6 with 8:41 to go.
We mentioned it in the break. The 20 games decided by a possession or less was 6 out of 20. When it's down to 1 score, 7 points or less, it's even worse. And that's exactly the situation that the Panthers find themselves in right now.
Let's go down to Chris.
You know, Doug Marrone said that sometimes when EJ Manuel makes mistakes, he tends to let his frustrations out and can get pretty fiery. But after those 2 turnovers, he would just go back down to the bench, try to keep those frustrations in check. Seemed pretty calm.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Meanwhile, an update on Mario Williams. Last play was a sack and a 4.5 sacks Bills record now for Williams. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 for the offense. CJ Spiller with a head of steam. Still stays in bounds. And CJ Spiller carries it inside the 35 of Carolina for 46 yards. Finally brought down by the linebacker, Thomas Davis.
Now that's the CJ Spiller that all these Buffalo Bills fans have been waiting for this season. You see the scissors play again. Outrunning the defense. Thomas Davis does a great job hustling to catch him. And that was a 80-yard touchdown for the Buffalo Bills.
103 yards for Spiller today. Fred Jackson, who has scored a touchdown himself on the carry and gets maybe a yard or no gain. Charles Johnson, who is shaken up early, made the play. As we said, Spiller over 100 yards. And that 46-yard gain is the longest gain this year for the Bills. Spiller averaging 6.1. And there's Fred Jackson as a receiver. And nothing there as he gets to the 30-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and about 6 for the Bills.
Chris mentioned how calm EJ Manuel looks on the sideline. He looks just as calm directing this drive here for the Buffalo Bills.
And here they run another play, and Manuel's pass and nearly intercepted, nowhere near Jackson, and Davis almost picked one off.
See Thomas Davis right there. EJ Manuel comes away looking the other way and throws it blind to Fred Jackson. Whew, he got lucky there.
Definitely. Kuechly had the interception moments ago, so they called Dan Carpenter on. He has made a 55-yard field goal. Missed from 42, and this will be from 48. Trying to make it a 3-point game once more. And Dan Carpenter with the low kick is good, just over the crossbar. And the Bills get 3 out of it. And Carpenter with a field goal. And that makes the score 20-17 in favor of the Panthers. 7:13 left in the 4th. Well, next week on Fox NFL Sunday, Rodgers and the Packers go against the Bengals. There's our lineup. Kickoff at 1 p.m. Eastern. And a pregame show will start at noon on Fox NFL Sunday.
Also.
That's coming up next week on Fox. So the scoring drive, 50 yards on 5 plays.
You know what, Dick? They run that fast break offense, never getting to the line of scrimmage. That was a bad third down attempt right there. You know, you think they don't get in the huddle trying to get the play off so fast. They could have came up with a better play there on third down, but the miscommunication between Fred Jackson and his quarterback, EJ Manuel, forced that field goal opportunity.
And Spiller, if it weren't for his 46-yard run, they might not even have gotten a 3, and of course 103 yards for him. But now Panthers with a 3-point lead will be getting the ball. Spiller had 46 of the 50 yards in that drive. Ted Ginn, and won't run this one out. So Cam Newton, the 20 of 37, struggled early, came on big, and the Panthers lead.
He got beat up a lot early. Mario Williams, that front of the Buffalo Bills were hunting after him. But as this game has gone on, he's gotten a lot more comfortable. See the touchdown pass to Greg Olsen here. Touchdown pass to Ted Ginn, running by Rodgers. As their tempo sped up, so did Cam Newton's efficiency. 20 for 37 here for 214 yards, and most of that has been in the second half.
Olsen with 6 catches and a touchdown. Smith 5 receptions, and Ted Ginn Jr. with a 40-yard touchdown catch. Here's Newton, and open is Olsen. And Olsen will have the first down. Well-executed play. The tight end was wide open. They get to the 35, picking up 15.
I'm not sure how he ended up so wide open there in the flat, but Greg Olsen is definitely the guy that Cam Newton looks for when things don't work. Greg Olsen on the other side, or coming out of the backfield here, lined up as fullback. Nobody accounts for him in the flat. Cam Newton sees nothing downfield, dumps it off. Easy completion, easy first down to get the chains moving for the Panthers.
7 catches, 85 yards, and the touchdown. First down, here's Tolbert, and Tolbert barrels his way up toward the 40. Alex Carrington making the defensive play, picking up 5. 4.5 sacks, a Buffalo Bills team record for Mario Williams today.
There's been some great D-ends, some great pass rushers here at Buffalo. Mario Williams, who didn't record a sack last week, has 4.5 today. That is very, very impressive, Dick.
2nd and 5. Again, they go to D'Angelo Williams, the running back up the middle. Will bring up 3rd and short. Ran right into Alonso. Gain of 3.
See the Panthers lining up in a more conventional style offense now. Cam Newton under center, running those direct runs, running some powers with their running back. And I think all of that has to do with Coach Ron Rivera's emphasis on ball control. There's 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, and they're trying to whittle away as much clock as they can.
Well, this is a big play. 3rd down and 2. Both teams 6 of 14 on 3rd downs.
Greg Olsen lined up in the backfield back here. Steve Smith to the same side. I bet there's a good chance the ball is going that way.
Flushed out of the pocket, and here is Cam Newton, and he'll run for the first down. You never know when he's going to use his legs to his advantage. He did there and picked up 4 yards and a first down for the Panthers.
See Cam Newton on the replay here. Drops back, looking to his right. Doesn't see what he likes. Steve Smith is covered up. Greg Olsen's covered up. Immediately takes it down. Hartsock gets down the field, makes a good block on Cersei. Cam Newton's able to get the first down, keep the chains moving.
Well, last week, the Seahawks ran out the clock on the Panthers. Panthers trying to do the same to the Bills today. Williams. And Williams finds his way into Bills territory. Time for a game break. Kurt Menefee.
2 touchdown receptions last week. This is his 3rd in the game today. Royal with 5 TD receptions, and they're not even finished with 2 games. More importantly, that one put the Chargers up 30-27 in Philadelphia late. Dick and Rondé.
All right, thank you very much, Kurt. Wild game going on between the Chargers and the Eagles. Meanwhile, here it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Some good games across the league. We have another one here up in Buffalo, Dick.
Bills have outgained the Panthers. They have the lead in the ball and doing a good job of ball control. And here is Williams trying to go wide, and Williams may have enough for the first down. We'll see where they mark it, and it is. Kiko Alonso makes the tackle, and a good finish that time by D'Angelo Williams, who has 80 yards today.
D'Angelo Williams gets the toss here from Cam Newton. You see the block on the edge by Greg Olsen, makes Rodgers miss. Does a smart job here of getting down inbounds, keeping that clock rolling. 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
So Williams, who had 86 rushing, 86 yards last week, has 80 this time. Mike Tolbert is in there now. First down with under 3 minutes to go. 3-point lead. They give it to Tolbert, gets some running room, and Mike Tolbert is stopped, and we'll see where they mark it. Close to the first down. Ran right into Denara Searcy, the free safety. And he'll be short by 1 yard. So Carolina now using ball control to chew up the clock. Bills have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And there you see they've opened up that ball control margin.
Yeah, good 9-minute difference there for the Carolina Panthers. It's exactly what Coach Ron Rivera talked about to us when we talked to him earlier yesterday.
They have a winning record when they have the edge in time of possession. They're winning here by 3. Winding down to 2 minutes remaining. And Tolbert driving for the first down, and he'll get it as he gets to the 30, and a 2-minute warning coming up. A tight game between 2 young, promising quarterbacks. Great young players in this game. The Panthers trying to hold on for the victory, and we'll be right back.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today.
I think I have the window seat.
You better double check that, my friend. Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it. You're that State Farm discount double check guy. Discount double check. Thanks to the hundreds you saved us, we could upgrade the grill class.
Grill class?
Your tongs are in your seat back.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
It's been said you have to cross an ocean to find a vehicle with safety, quality, and reliability. The bar may have been set over there, but when it comes to raising it, we'll take it from here. The award-winning Chrysler lineup. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on Chrysler vehicles.
Better? Well, it just got better.
Try Papa John's Buffalo Chicken Pizza with all white chicken and crispy bacon. Get a large for just $10 or choose any large pizza, even specialties, just $11. Order online at papajohns.com.
The Miller Lite Punch Top Can. Let it flow. It's Miller time.
Fox Tuesday. Once Dad moves in, you can kiss it all goodbye.
Did you taste the tuna that he had for breakfast?
Dads premieres this Tuesday on Fox.
Let's look at our 2 starting quarterbacks. Cam Newton for Carolina, EJ Manuel. Both have 21 completions. Cam Newton got a deficit there on the yards, but he has the 2 touchdowns. EJ Manuel with the 2 big mistakes, the 2 turnovers that led to Carolina Panthers field goals that constitutes this lead right now.
First down with 2 minutes to go from the 30. And D'Angelo Williams hit once, breaks a tackle, and finally brought down by Denara Searcy after the miss by Jerry Hughes, and he gets 4 yards out of it. And a timeout called by the Bills, their first timeout. They need to stop the clock, and really what's at stake here for Doug Marrone's team, they've got to try to hold the Panthers to just 3 so they can get the ball back with a chance to win it with a touchdown. A TD here will put the game out.
You're exactly right, Dick. The enemy of the Buffalo Bills now is the clock. 1 minute and 53 seconds. you only got 2 timeouts. So if they can get a stop here, force them to kick the field goal, they'll have an opportunity to go down and win the football game.
Want to remind you, coming up next, it's the State Farm post-game show. And it's 2nd down and 5.
Carolina in their big package here, 2 tight ends, a fullback in the game. Probably going to run the ball out.
And it's Williams. And D'Angelo Williams. Not much there, no gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd down. And now the Bills call another timeout. That's their 2nd. They have 1 remaining.
I was going to say, before that play got started, they're going to try to run this clock out, put the big bodies in, eat as much of this clock as they can, and be resigned to this field goal attempt here if they don't convert on 3rd down. Although Ted Ginn's coming in the game, it looks like they're bringing in 3 wide receivers, trying to get 1 more conversion.
So this is a huge down coming up for both teams, because if the Bills can stop them, they get the ball back and a chance, if the field goal is made, to pull it out. But a 1st down would be huge for Carolina. And as you mentioned, Ted Ginn is in there going out to the left. 3rd down and 5 with 1:48 showing on the clock in the 4th.
Cam Newton has 2 receivers to either side. Gonna run it though.
Here's Tolbert to run, and Tolbert is stopped a yard and a half shy of the 1st down. And the Bills will call their 3rd and final timeout. And the Panthers will bring on their field goal team, Gano, to try to raise their lead again to 6.
North Carolina resigned themselves here to kicking this field goal to get up by 6. But because Buffalo had those 3 timeouts, they're giving themselves about at least a minute and a half after the kickoff to go down and try to win this football game. We're going to see what EJ Manuel, see how his maturity, I know he's a young guy, we'll see how the maturity that everybody's talking about him translates and his opportunity to win the game at the end of this half.
And Ronnie, he doesn't have any timeouts left. It's really going to be a problem there. 39-yard attempt for Gano, and this kick, and Gano, very cool, kicks the field goal. And that's his 3rd field goal of the game, and the Panthers will have a 6-point lead with 1:38 to go. No timeouts left for the Bills.
You know, I don't know if the timeouts are as big of a deal as they are with some teams, because Buffalo is in a hurry up or at the line of scrimmage type offense anyway, so they'll just be running their normal things. Obviously, the tempo will be a little bit quicker because they're in 2 minutes, but coordinator Nate Hackett will be up here looking at probably the same play calls that he had all game long.
If you're Carolina, how do you defend in this drive?
Well, obviously, you don't want to give up the big chunk yardage plays. Expect a lot of cover, too. 2 deep safeties, corners playing soft on the outside. It's going to be important for the underneath players for the Carolina Panthers, Kuechly, Thomas, whoever the nickel back is, DJ Moore, I believe, to be sound tacklers in this 2-minute drive, because that's where all the yardage will come from.
Marcus Easley is back deep, and of course, without having a timeout, that really eliminates to a great extent the running plays. And Spiller and his threat on the ground. This kick will go out of the end zone, and so the Bills will start from the 20. EJ Manuel had a problem, and then he had some turnovers.
Yeah, he had some great plays, though. The 2-point conversion to Robert Woods. Costly, though, the turnovers. The sack fumble there led to a Carolina field goal. The interception coming up here to Luke Kuechly also led to a Carolina field goal. That's been the difference in the game. On the scoreboard, it's 6 points, and it was on those 2 turnovers by the young quarterback, EJ Manuel.
And Fred Jackson is in the game. Spiller had a 7th career 100-yard game. They need the receiver here, and the pass caught by Stevie Johnson. And Johnson gets out of bounds after a pickup of 7. 1:30 remaining and no timeouts left, and Johnson holding on to his right hand.
Johnson did a good job getting out of bounds there, avoiding that tackle. Dick, we find ourselves in a situation that almost every game in the NFL comes down to 72% or so of every game comes down to 7 points or less. That's where we are right now.
And the pass up the middle, caught by Fred Jackson. And Jackson gets tripped up as he gets out to the 40-yard line, picking up 12. Bills on their own 40, first down. They need a touchdown and a conversion to win the game. And here's Manuel. And Manuel to Jackson, who breaks the tackle and gets into Carolina territory to the 46. Kuechly missed the tackle there, and Jackson got 14 out of it.
Very patient approach by this Buffalo Bills offense. EJ Manuel looks very calm leading this drive. Stayed in the pocket that was collapsing, made a great throw to his running back.
And Manuel will go again to Jackson, but making no mistake is Thomas Davis. And now the pass incomplete, jarred loose. And that may be a blessing that it was an incomplete pass because it stops the clock.
Look at the pocket collapse around EJ Manuel. He just steps up, throws it. Kuechly unable to make the tackle. Good yardage by Fred Jackson.
Second down and 10. 40 seconds on the clock. Manuel going underneath to Stevie Johnson. And Johnson will go out of bounds. May have the first down, but it will be a first down and stops the clock with 34 seconds after getting 11.
Dick, we saw some of the Buffalo Bills fans streaming out. I'm seeing a lot of them turning back and coming back into the stadium right now as their team has an opportunity here in the fourth quarter, 34 seconds left to win this football game.
Never give up. These Bills fans have been great. C.J. Spiller has come back in, off his hands, and incomplete. Spiller was the intended receiver and very nearly looming in the air for a Panther to pick it off. It stops the clock with 29 seconds, second and 10 coming up on the 35.
He got a little bit lucky there. Late pass over the middle to his running back, tipped in the air. Fortunately for him, nobody in blue around to catch it.
Second and 10. And Manuel nearly goes down. And Manuel finds Spiller doing a little of this. The Cam Newton magic right there. And getting some yardage for stopping the clock.
Talked about Cam Newton's ability to be elusive. See, Cam Newton, his athletic ability, avoids that sack, finds a way to get the ball to C.J. Spiller and stop the clock.
Welcome our audience to this finale here as the Panthers leading the Bills, and the interception by Colin Jones. And a flag goes down. Colin Jones picking off EJ Manuel. The Bills needing a touchdown and an extra point to win this game.
Pass interference, 59. Defense.
And it's pass interference on Luke Kuechly, and that will result in a first down for the Bills. And they'll have the ball at the 11.
Luke Kuechly is one of the best linebackers in football. You see him sitting here in the middle of the field playing cover two. He grabs Stevie Johnson, which allows the safety to make that interception. Inopportune time for a pass interference penalty for the Carolina Panthers.
On the 11-yard line, EJ Manuel flush from the pocket, and the rookie at the 5-yard line gets hit, trying to get the first down, and maybe shy there, and it was Munnerlyn. And the clock showing 6 seconds left, no timeouts left. It's right here for the Bills.
Right here indeed, Dick. He might have one shot to go to the end zone. He can't have a long developing play that doesn't score. Let's see what Nate Hackett comes up with here at the end of this game.
It'll be 2nd and 1. Forget the one. They've got to get it into the end zone. Carolina trying to stop him and win the game. Here's Manuel with a fade and wide open. Touchdown to Stevie Johnson. Welcome our audience. And the Buffalo Bills just scored a touchdown with 2 seconds left Wide open was Stevie Johnson in the end zone. Confusion in the secondary, and Dan Carpenter trying to give the Bills the lead in the game, and the kick is good. The extra point is good. And the Bills lead it 24-23, going wild here in Buffalo.
Bedlam here in this stadium. They couldn't be more excited. They were walking out. They walked in to watch their rookie quarterback drive all the way down the field. Look at this, 2 receivers up top. Man-to-man coverage, you see DJ Moore has inside stops on his guys. I think there was a miscommunication, and Stevie Johnson is wide open for the game-winning touchdown, or what could be the game-winning touchdown. 2 seconds left for this kick.
Well, Rondé Barber, you have been in a lot of these games in your great career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now there is EJ Manuel's dad, who he said kept the clutter out, kept him humble. He calls him Big Dog, and Big Dog, with no timeouts left, goes 80 yards to give the Bills the lead.
So much excitement in this stadium right now. These Buffalo Bills fans could not be more happy with Doug Marrone and his choice in quarterback. EJ Manuel leads a last-second 2-minute drive. Dick, I told you before that drive that Carolina has had a problem finishing games. They gave up on going for a touchdown on that last drive, accepted the field goal opportunity, left 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock for the Bills to drive down. They did, scored a touchdown, and they're on the verge of losing yet another game by less than 1 possession.
And it would be their 10th loss after having the lead in the 4th quarter, unless they can pull out a miracle, really, with 1 second remaining. And the big penalty by Luke Kuechly set up a winning situation for the Bills.
You're going to see about 4 or 5 Bills defenders come down, stand on the end line.
So the only chance for Cam Newton is to heave it.
Hail Mary plays are situational football. They practice this a lot.
They can't commit a foul, though, the Bills. Otherwise, they get another play to Carolina, and that will do it. And they go wild here in Buffalo. The Bills have won it 24-23. Kiko Alonso with the sack, and Doug Marrone has won his first game as head coach in the NFL. 24-23, the Bills score with 2 seconds left to win the game. And we'll wrap up things from Buffalo after these messages and a word from your local Fox station. Fox station.